As God's vengeance, a narcissist will feel the sting of your suffering until the end of time. Before we start, I want you to know that when I talk about narcissists, I'm not talking about you. You can rest assured, though, you will always be the focus of our talk. Through our interactions with them, we hope to show how dark and evil the narcissists really are. We'll look at 5 narcissist behaviors that are so bad that they show they are demons in this talk. Now, many people would say that calling them evil is too harsh, citing scientific evidence that doesn't support the use of such strong language. It's impossible to imagine how much damage they do. It's terrible and spiritually and scientifically beyond our grasp. Do you want to learn more about my point of view and what I mean by it? Then stay with me on this adventure until the end of the episode. You should be ready for something to wake you up. First, there is the bad thing about being alone. I don't understand why someone would want to cut someone off from their support system and loved ones. What kind of person could even think about or defend such a heartless act? To purposely cut someone off from everyone else and leave them with no one to turn to for help takes evil. Even worse, you have no doubts at all about following through with this plan. Why? The clear reason for this is that you want to be the person's only support system, their only beacon of hope and direction. It's important to stay close to them so you can keep an eye on their feelings, lives, and mental health, and make sure they depend on you completely. Because they are so afraid of losing you, they will do anything to hold on to you. Cutting them off from their family and friends, the very people who might tell you the truth, is one way you make sure you have a firm grip on them. You lie about how important you are so much that they think no one else is a threat but you. You give them the idea that everyone and everything is out to get them. It is the worst thing in the world to give someone false information that makes them think they need you, and no one else really cares about them. It is disgusting to destroy their support system on purpose so that you can take full control. What am I missing if this isn't the thing that evil looks like? The poisonous lie is the second one. Who would lie about the truth on purpose to get what they want, even if it means putting someone else's mental health at risk? It's hard to understand how someone could know their perception is skewed and still choose to control and hurt others by forcing their skewed reality on them. The victim, who knows what's right and wrong, is used as a scapegoat for manipulation and projection. By weaving a web of lies, the abuser makes it harder for the victim to understand what's really going on. Their goal is to make the victim feel lost and confused by calling their stories into question. Domestic violence victims are often forced to believe the abuser's skewed story because the abuser knows how to control their thoughts. The abuser's skewed views slowly replace the victim's trust in their own judgment. Their sense of self is broken because of the abuser's twisted beliefs. Because the abuser is so bad, the victim's sense of self-worth, self-esteem, and identity are all broken, leaving them with nothing but a hollow shell. Hiding behind hypocrisy. The worst kind of evil is destroying someone's character and mind completely. I don't think there is any room for moral debate about how horrible it is to destroy someone's sense of who they are on purpose. That brings us to the third type of hypocrisy. In their search for power, they do bad things like subtly getting people to do what they want them to do. For some reason, they change how they act around other people, even though they know they don't care about them. They know what is right and wrong, and they only use their kindness to help themselves when it makes them money. Since they are proud, self-centered, and narcissistic, they know that their actions hurt other people. But they still choose the easy way out and put their own needs ahead of morals. They choose to keep their partners, children, and other loved ones in the dark so they can get what they want. They are very good at lying, and they know that their lies have hurt people a lot and broken hearts. They are completely free to lie, trick, and betray others, showing that they have no morals at all and don't care about how other people feel. They have lost touch with their morals in order to satisfy their own wants and needs. They don't care about morality. What matters is that they reach their goals. They are ready to give up their lives for their goals because they care so much about them. Beyond unbearable levels of evil, there is nothing disgusting about destroying lives without feeling any regret or compassion. Changing who you are to get what you want from other people is a sign of hypocrisy. A severe loss of authenticity, and most importantly, an absence of integrity. The fourth and final item to shame: false accusations. Making up lies about someone on purpose because they didn't do what you wanted them to is the worst kind of evil. Your goal is to take control of them. When they finally figure out what's going on and break up with you, you'll set out to find new friends. Your own network. You decide to make things up about your goal instead of working on getting better. You know in your heart that these accusations are completely false, but because you're mean and unforgiving, you have to keep making up lies until your victim is left alone and their honor job and everything they've worked for is taken away. All of these horrible things are being done because you want to get even with them. In doing so, you bravely embrace the dark side of your personality, showing the evil that lives inside you. There is no way to understand how determined you are to use any means possible to reach your goals. When someone is evil, they destroy another person's life and take away everything they care about in order to get what they want. The cruel person who will do anything to get what they want is shown by their cold-blooded and well-thought-out actions. A myth about self-control. Fifth, the way things look calm. Evil on a large scale is needed to look calm and collected while slowly driving a victim crazy. You expertly act like an objective observer, acting like you don't notice their pain to show that you are innocent and make it look like nothing's happening. Bystanders see you as the aggressor as they watch you cry and sob and feel helpless against your abuse and their inability to understand your pain. As you push them to the edge of giving up, you look calm and in charge. You can rest easy knowing that you wrote the story so well while the victim is in pain. By setting up the situation so perfectly, you make them the ones to blame, while making yourself look like the real victim. You find it disgustingly satisfying to take advantage of their weakness and make them suffer endlessly. When you are asked about your actions, you act like the weak one, saying that you are sick of the victim's drama. When you act like a victim, you hide how badly you are being abused. The victim was hurt in a way that is hard to understand and morally wrong. Then what else could be evil besides these actions? What you've done shows how dishonest, manipulative, and morally bad you are. You put on a mask of perfect composure on purpose to further your own self-serving goals. Because you want to be the hero in the end, you change reality, tell lies, and twist the truth. You are desperately trying to avoid taking responsibility and being blamed so that you won't be called the real bad guy. But no amount of research into psychology has ever come up with a good reason for such horrible actions. I have seen firsthand the terrible damage that this kind of disgusting behavior does, so there is no way to explain it. Being around these kinds of people makes you feel like you're facing the personification of evil, someone who is carefully planning how to do bad things. Many people who have lived through this terrible evil have said that they would never want it to happen to anyone else, no matter how bad it gets for them. They would never do something so immoral again, because what makes you choose one thing over another is not pain, but a well-thought-out choice that is supported by your well-thought-out actions. In the section below for comments, feel free to say what you think and feel about this. I'm interested in what you have to say. Feel free to leave a like, share this video, and stay tuned for the next episode if you learned something from this one. We can heal together, and we're excited to keep going on this path.